President-elect Trump's administration is quickly shaping up as he builds out his, quote, immigration dream team. As you know, Tom Homan will become his border czar, and South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem is his nominee for Homeland Security Secretary. But there's still a lot of positions left to fill. Our next guest is rumored to be on the list of contenders up for a job. Former National Border Patrol Council President Brandon Judd joins us now. Brandon, welcome to the show. And if you'd like to break some news real quick and let us know the position you may take, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, Joey, first and foremost, I've never talked with the president about a position within CBP, ICE, or USCIS. I'm not going to speculate anything on myself. I would be proud to serve this president in any role. It doesn't matter. I'd also be proud just to work behind the scenes to continue to support this president, this administration. But look, he's got an embarrassment of riches, which he can choose from. Within ICE, you've got Lyons, you've got FAM, you've got Fabricatory, USCIS, you've got EDLO. CBP. You've got Mike Banks, the current border czar out of Texas. You've got the former deputy commissioner Robert Perez. He's got so many people that he can choose from that would do a phenomenal job. So look, it's amazing to see how many people he can choose from that will do a great job for the American people.
Now, I think there's just a lot of people, and some are leaders, that are very passionate about this issue. Obviously, you are. When we look at the positions left to fill, we have ICE Director, Customs and Border Patrol Commissioner, the USCIS Director. These are key roles. Yep. And we look at who's been filled. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem comes into Homeland Security. Then you have Tom Homan over here in this border czar role. I bring this up because these are administrative officials under the executive branch. But can the executive branch do this alone? Can President Trump go right back to where he was in his first term in stymieing the illegal crossings, or is there legislation that needs to come with it?
Yeah, he absolutely can. But that's when you have a good president in office. We see, I was there. I worked with him when he was able to secure the border better than in any time in my career. But the fact of the matter remains is we're ultimately going to have a bad president at some time. We have Biden. And we saw what Biden does. We saw what Biden did. We know that the cartels, they exploit the loopholes in our immigration laws, but they do it for profit. Now we saw a president actually exploit the loopholes of our immigration laws for his own political gain. So what we have to do is we have to close those loopholes. And the only way you can do that is through firm immigration laws. We saw the HR 2 that was passed by the House. That was a very, very strong immigration law. But of course, the Democrats didn't take it up. So we do have to have laws. We have to have Congress step to the plate. They've got to pass laws to ensure that the next time we do get a bad president, that he cannot come in and exploit the current loopholes for his own political gain.
No, absolutely. Executive action only goes for a short time. With this president, it'll be 4 years guaranteed. And just to give people an example of the difference, 2.4 million border crossers under Trump, that was more than 2.5 times that much under Biden-Harris with 8.7 million. That's the difference between one president and the other. It's exactly what you're saying. Legislation might keep that number down forever. Brandon Judd, thank you for joining us.
Joey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.